Just started planting grain, small grain for 2021. As you can see, a little bit different setup. This is not my tractor. This is my drill though. The drill is fixed after a year of being down. And I've got this field here that I'm planting. It's about 25 acres, I believe. Planting it into rye, on halves with this guy. I done a field of halves last year, and it looks like I'm getting to do another field in halves this year. Not as big as a field, but still. I'll take it because I need the extra land right now. Oh wow, pretty well out of seed here. Need to go fill up. So this tractor, I love it. I don't know if I've ever operated a Kubota tractor before. This is one of the earlier ones. Looks like it's an M68 6800. So the ground is pretty cloddy. This is a hay field, a Bermuda grass hay field that we tilled up. So it's pretty cloddy. I've had to increase the seeding rate because it's putting a lot of it on top of the ground. I'll talk about this field more. Okay. Well, as you can tell, this is a different tractor that was just in the previous clip. I'm out here in the same field. Lots happened in a short amount of time. Let me try to catch you up to speed with it. So I was planting this field with another Kubota tractor, same model I believe, and busted hydraulic hose, and with Christmas being the next or 2 days later, we couldn't find anybody that was open to fix it. So this guy fortunately had another tractor identically like the other one, same model, just newer with less hours. So we hooked it up, and I'm about to finish. All I have left to do on this field is just the end rows. And between those times, we got about 6 inches of rain. Well, a little less than 6. So we had a lot of seed wash. The rye is up. You can't tell it because, rye comes up purplish. So I'm not gonna walk out there, but it is up. This field, as far as seed bed prep goes, see there's some there starting to come up. As far as seed bed prep goes, not the best. This was an old hay field that we tilled up. So what they had applied out here on this field, which is the reason that this dude tilled this this field up in the beginning, is there is a company in this area that is applying sludge to people's land if they want it. It's free. And this sludge from what I'm hearing, is a combination of a lot of different stuff. But it is anything from the blood, guts, and other stuff that is left over after slaughtering poultry or beef that is basically washed down the drain at the slaughter plants and then somehow like broken down to where they can put it out as a liquid. It's obviously watery, but the organs and stuff somehow break down. From that to them picking up loads of dumped out coffee from Starbucks. And then waste from dog food plants. Really just any type of waste, liquidy material is what I've been told it is. It's not human waste. But they put about 18,000 gallons to the acre of it on this field. They ejected it down deep, about 8-9 inches deep. So there's actually, you can tell, like that's some of it right there on top of the ground. It's got an odor to it. It smells like, like manure. But that was the reason he tilled this up, is because he wanted to basically, well, first of all, they don't roll behind it, so the shank leaves a kind of a ridge in the field. So he wanted to get this field back smooth. He said it hadn't been tilled up in a while. And then he wanted to, he kind of wanted to transfer over to row crops anyways. And he was wanting to take advantage of this free fertilizer. Now, we don't have a test on it. I'm going to test it at some point. They're putting it out up the road so I can go dip out of the tank. I need to figure out what nutrients are in it. All I know is I've seen them put it on hay ground and pasture land in this area, and it will kill grass if it goes on top of the ground. So there's got to be some nitrogen in it. I don't know how much. It may turn out that we need a whole bunch of nitrogen out here. I don't know. But you can see there's some wild onions coming up. There's actually some bahia grass that's still hanging around because we've been a little bit warmer than normal. I increased the seeding rate. I'm glad I did, because some of the seed went on top of the ground. So yeah, that's basically what's going on out here. We did this field on halves. This field is 28 acres, and then I got another field up the road that he has tilled up that looks a lot better. I think he disced it up 4 times. It is 12 acres, so pretty good chunk of land over here. I'm excited about it. It's always, when you till up a field that hasn't been tilled up in 40 years, it's a little interesting, but yeah, hopefully it does good and we can get a good crop of rye off this. I figured rye was probably the best crop to put out on this new ground. He's kept it up as a hayfield for quite a few years. He said he's limed it and put out poultry litter, so I'm going to guess that the nutrients are good. We have not tested it yet. Luckily, rye does not need a whole heck of a lot. With it being planted this late, we're shooting for 20 bushels to the acre. If we can get 25, great. 30 is probably out of the question being planted this late, but you never know. It'll be a pretty cheap crop to grow if that stuff, slurry, whatever you want to call it, if it provides any sort of nitrogen, then this will be a very cheap crop to grow, because like I say, we got slurry for free. So, you can't beat that. Free fertilizer, especially with how high price fertilizer is right now. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this up real quick and continue planting back towards the farm. About 25 miles away from the farm now. I've not been this far away planting in a while. Just towed the drill up the road with the truck. Wasn't too bad, but I knew with how busy I am with my own stuff that I was not going to be able to bring my disc and my tractor up here. Just didn't have the time. It's not been an ideal planting season for small grains. Just a lot of rain. It was super dry, like super dry through October and November. So people put some in and it didn't come up because it was so dry. Then it just turned off wet, and since then it's been nothing but wet. And we finally dried out now, and we've got rain chance tomorrow. So not a lot of small grain in this area. If there is, it doesn't look very good, very splotchy. A lot of people took a gamble right before that dry spell and planted. They did pretty well. But honestly, there's not a lot of small grain around this year. Mainly just due to not the very best weather for getting anything done. But as far as cereal rye goes, I've proven on my farm a couple of times that you can plant rye on up to about New Year's, about the first of the year, and then it gets too late to make a profitable yield. With the wheat deadline's already passed, so no wheat this year. And the oats, you can plant oats till about January 15th here to make a respectable, profitable crop. So still got about 20 days left of small grain planting to be done. So I'm about to get on it. This tractor, just looking at it here, has got a little less than 1,600 hours. So this is not used very much. Just by operating this tractor, I really like it. This Kubota tractor, the other one, which is the same thing, I really liked it. Everything's, the cockpit's, really nice. It's all easy to use. The seat's a little kind of straight up and down, but hey, that's nothing to complain about, really. They ride pretty good. I mean, I've, like I say, never driven a Kubota tractor until I got out here, and I have to say I'm not disappointed with them. So yeah, let's get going.